I was just at the gas station, right? And I was over there. I was getting some incense, and this lady was there with some shades on. She was like, she looked at me and instantly had a problem with me, right? So then that's when she was like, as I noticed that, so I wanted to really keep my distance, but I wanted to pick out the flavor that I wanted, the scent that I wanted to combine together. So push gonna shove, that's when she was like, that she on the dark side. She told me she was on the dark side, like in a low voice. And then when I was just on the train, I got on the train, and people don't like when you shine a light on them. When you look at them, the light shines on them. So I'm guessing it may be here or in the eyes. But if we're going off the scripture, God said that the eyes are the window to the soul. And if your eyes is light, it's good. But if it's darkness, how deep the darkness is. But then he says eyes on the sparrow, and his eye guides our path. And that's the confusing part, because I don't think the Bible said anything about having a third eye, which would be the consciousness or whatever the case may be. But I seek that information. So, but then I was on the train, and the old girl was like, to the other guy that she switched her seat about 3 times because she said there's so much going on. And I know me when I'm sitting in the front room or when I have my apartment or whatever, it'll be those dark shadows and those white ones that be fighting in the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? And then she over here doing the sexual stuff, trying to get my attention. That's how Jezebel do. They try to get you off your track to get you into sin. You know what I'm saying? And once you into sin, they try to trap you into that. You know what I'm saying? But that's when we have to stay Christ-centered, walking in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be out here moved to be sexual, moved to be drunkards, moved to be angry, no emotion, because you already know that emotions can easily lead you to bearing the wrong fruit. And if a tree doesn't bear good fruit, what is it good for but to be chopped down and trampled over the foot by men? So if there's a tree that's growing, say behind me, and it has no life in it, it gets cut down. So if you're not bearing fruit, you know what I'm saying, righteous fruit, you get chopped down and trampled underfoot of men. So when they come around stalking you all over the place, they're going to name us everything under the sun but the child of God. Just to get inside our mind, to reverse psychiatry, to trick us out of our place. You know what I'm saying? But given that a person has the Holy Spirit and miniature spirits, which is the angels, that's here to protect us and guide us back to heaven. Because we already inherited salvation. But anyway, that woman know that. I know that. So when she whispered to the guy in front of her, in which I read her lips, she said, he's going to heaven. But she tried to at the end put hell in it, but she already said have been. But then she said hell. When I called her, she was like, he going to heaven. Then she said hell. But then that's when I looked at her and like nodded, like, yeah, I've seen it. And then I tapped my foot, because in a worldly sense, when you tap your foot, that means that you're liking or you're vibing with something. You're in agreement with something. So I did that, and then that's when she, one word, still talking to the guy, but in third person, right? Talking to the guy, and she said one word: trust. And whoever you put your trust in, that's who got you. The Bible said you put your trust, to those who put their trust in Jesus Christ, those are the ones that Jesus saves. You know what I'm saying? It's point blank, simple mathematics. So with the lady being in the gas station talking about she on the dark side, all because you on the dark side don't mean you can't have the Holy Spirit. God wished that nobody perish. He gave his only, how many times I gotta say that? You know, he gave his only begotten son so you can live and not perish. He loved the world so much. He made his son so he can come down in him to die for the sins of people of the world so they can inherit salvation. Like ones who are in light now were once of darkness. He brought us out of the darkness into his magnificent light so we can inherit salvation. So that's why the war is so strong, because Satan don't like it. Ephesians 6. It's a spiritual war. It's not a physical war. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I be repeating myself, but that's pretty much my message. Not my message, but that's what I'm sticking to. You know what I'm saying? It's my message and it's my story and I'm sticking to it, right? You know, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's simple mathematics. You know? And she was so disturbed, the lady on the train was so disturbed by what she was seeing in the spirit realm, it was messing with her head. She was like, there's so much going on. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm orchestrating my thoughts. Because they keep having people come up and down talking about loud selling weed to try to get inside your mind, to get you to try to control your feelings. One of the 48 laws of power is the thumb screw. You know what I'm saying? They able to turn left and right your emotions to however they want to, and when they can't control your emotions, and you have control of your emotions, your thought processes and everything like that, watch out. You know what I'm saying? But you give the devil a foothold, you think he's just gonna be happy with a foot? No, he wants the whole thing, and when he's done with it, he'll leave you on the side to kill you whenever he want to kill you. Because God has possibly given you over to your desires, to your heart's desires, since you wanted things of the world more than things of heaven, more than the Father. You know what I'm saying? More than believing in Jesus Christ, he sent his son to die for us. You know, things of that nature. So that's basically what that's all about. You know what I'm saying? So I already know, since I figured them out, you know, since God is allowing me to see how they work, you understand what I mean? They're angry now, you know. So now they have to step it up a notch, because you know, with that same frustration and that anger is going to stay in their community, and they're going to continue killing each other because they can't kill me. You know, I already inherited salvation. You know what I'm saying? I just got to pray that I'm worthy of being caught up on the day of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, salvation is a promise. How you go is not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. We got to pray that we inherit, that we the rapture, we get caught up on the day of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, there's going to be a whole lot of anger. So when you see them angry or whatever, that's what that is. And they try to throw that waste energy on you because they're using you as a scapegoat, you know what I'm saying, as a target to dump their frustration on. And once you in your mindset that they're not going to be doing that you're going to keep praying in your mind every time it happens, they know when you're praying. And the war is going to be so thick that they're going to start coming at you out of nowhere with their little colors, you know, that they always have on. But in your mind, you're going to say, okay, that's them. Your focus is going to be on them, on what you can see. But then you're going to forget about faith. Faith is what was faith again? It was believing in things that's unseen, like believing in Jesus Christ. I haven't seen Jesus Christ, but I believe that he, you know, walked the earth, died for the sins of the world, so they can inherit salvation. Rose the third day. That they roll a stone in front of his tomb, So he can't get out of there. But then that's when the angel came, bam, moved it out the way, right? So they can see on the inside that he wasn't there. His clothes was, he resurrected. So on the rapture, when that comes, guess what's going to happen? Our clothes is going to be left here, more than likely. Jesus was the example of how things is going to go. You know, physical bodies won't inherit heaven. And when he came back, he didn't have a physical body. But still and yet, he was able to allow, I forgot which one it was, to see that he was punctured on the side. You know, he put his hand in there. You know, his hand had holes in his feet, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? But he was in the spirit when he appeared to him. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? They try to tell you Shakespeare wrote it, and it already told you who wrote it. They told you who wrote the epistles. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, they tell you already who did it. You know what I'm saying? Paul, Luke, etc. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it go. You know, be careful of those scare tactics and how they do it.